Do you wanna know a secret? Boom, boom, boom. Do you promise not to tell? Oh, 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 closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. I can't get that part. I'm playing. Play is the way. Welcome to another exciting episode. That's right, the Neville Goddard podcast. My name is Mr. 2020, and I want you to listen closely. I do. I want you to listen closely. Today we're going to talk about daily wins, Joseph Goddard, and why some people are having easy, fun wins all the time, and others struggle. And I don't want you to struggle one more day. I want you to get up. I want you to play. Ready? A lot of people are screwing this up. They're adding in things. They're semi-listening to what Neville said, to what I say, to what works. I want you to nail something today. But first I want to know, when I say everyday wins, because I have wins every day. When I say everyday wins, or when I mention that I have wins every day, what shows up in you? Do you think they're small? Do you think they're insignificant? Because that's what I hear from people. Well, yeah, I mean, you have daily wins. We all do. Don't go there. You see, when I stopped measuring big and small, can you imagine carrying around a tape measure all day? There was this old man. He was a cool fella. He was a tailor, and it was in my hometown, Scottsdale, Pennsylvania. And he ran a little tailor shop, and he always had a tape measure around his neck. I mean, that was like his stethoscope if he was a doctor. But he always had the tape measure around his neck, and he was always measuring up people. See, I don't want you to measure up the size of wins anymore. I used to be a cop. I carried a gun. I have a friend that was a doctor. He wore a stethoscope. He was a shrink, but he wore a stethoscope. And I asked him, I said, why do you do that, man? And he goes, people respect the stethoscope. They think you're a real doctor then. I'm like, all right, whatever. Anyway. You don't need a you don't need a gun to be a cop. You don't need a stethoscope to be a doctor. And I want you to stop measuring things. Because while you're measuring, is it a big or a small win? Or when you're discounting it because it's a small win, I'm going, let's have a couple more. You see, Joseph Goddard, my Joseph Goddard protocol sets the day. I don't just do it in the morning. I'm playing all day. But before I get out of bed in the morning, listen closely. Let me whisper in your ear. Ready? Say the words you want to hear. You notice how much fun I'm having? That's how much fun I have doing my Joseph Goddard before I get out of bed in the morning. I wake up slowly. I wake up by 5 o'clock every day. I can't wait to get out of bed because of what I'm imagining. I'm imagining your emails. Hey, 20, the reason I got into ManifestingMasteryCourse.com is I listened to your podcast every day, and I found what you do is cool, different, fun, exciting. You fill in the blank. Hey, TT, it's my day 14 update. Cool. I love getting day 14, 21, 28. Some people send me updates every week. See, to me, that's cool. Because this is what I imagine up. Before I get out of bed, I've imagined up Victoria's Yum. Before I get out of bed, I've imagined up you letting me know by sharing, by liking, by commenting on this podcast. This one, before I even make it up, before I know what it's going to be about. I've imagined your feedbacks. I've nailed 5 to 10, 6 to 12 specific events of my day already having gone my way. And this is important. These are specific events of my day. Yesterday, in addition to Victoria's yum for lunch, I imagine my yum for my dinner snack. I've been buying these lamb shoulder roasts. They're $12.50. And I cut them in half, and I'm having one a night. Oh my God, I feel fantastic. I put it in the Ninja cooker, sprinkle some garlic on it, cook it up for, the average time I'm finding on the griller inside that machine is like 12 minutes, and it's perfection. Oh my God. So, before I get out of bed, those are the things that I'm nailing. Specific events of my day already having gone my way. So I nailed a coaching call the other day. I have a client scheduled, a regular client. And I nailed a coaching session with him the other day. And I imagined, see, this is before I get out of bed. I had a coaching session scheduled. I go, what's today? Today's Thursday. What do I got on today? Yum. I imagine up Victoria's yum. All right. So I imagine up the Yummy podcast. Cool. What would imply that? Your emails. Imagine up some new kids at manifestingmasterycourse.com. That's always fun. Imagine getting your things. I imagine these things before I get out of bed specifically. Each one. I nail each one. And I remember I've got a call. And I imagine success. I really nailed it. And I get an email this morning. Hey, guess what? Boom. What do you think? And here's the thing, guys. I am nuts about this stuff. Most people dread getting out of the bed. I can't wait. And here's the thing. Some wins are bigger than other wins. A pie is usually bigger than a cookie. They both can be yummy. You can enjoy both in any specific day. But when it comes to your Joseph Goddard, I want you to make it about specific events of today already having gone your way. Another thing that I do is I imagine up your success stories in general. I imagine my boom, because I get excited. Can you hear it? And I go on the Facebook group, The Law of Attraction by Neville Goddard, and you know what I find? Your success stories. Boom. This is fun to me, gang. And this is the biggest key. You don't measure, oh, that was a little fun, that was a lot of fun. No, what would be more fun is if we added a rat in a glove. Yeah, Mickey Mouse. See, Mickey Mouse might be fun, but here's the thing. Most people do Mickey Mouse once a year, once every 5 years, once in a lifetime. I want you to imagine up daily wins. I want you to embody. I want you to give life to specific events of your day already having gone your way. Ooh. Have some fun with this. So if you got gold, here's what I want you to do. This is so much fun. I want you to actually do the Joseph Goddard every day before you get out of bed. By the way, I do this other times of the day too. I'll stop and I'll just imagine up something really fun and yummy. And the thing is, as soon as I notice I have a desire, because before I get out of bed, I actually desire to read your success stories. I actually desire you sharing you. I actually desire Victoria's Yum. I actually desire you celebrating this podcast because it nailed something for you. I imagine yummy emails in my Dream Driven Day group and in Remarkable and these other things we've got going on. I imagine yum. 5 to 10, 6 to 12 before I get out of bed. I nail each specific one. Get in the habit. Because I can promise you, if you do, you will stop wearing a tape measure around your neck. Let's call it a hangman's noose. Because a doctor has to be a doctor. A tailor has to be a tailor. When they're walking around with a noose around their neck, I want you to drop the noose of size. Because as long as you're measuring the size of your wins, you're not going to have the speed that I have. Give up size. Start nailing simple and speedy. If you got gold today, manifestingmasterycourse.com. It's the 90-day adventure. It costs $97. I got an email today. Dear Mr. 20, I'm going to get in after Christmas. I don't want to spread myself too thin. Dear Bob, coolio, man. But here's what I want you to notice. Get in when you get in. I'll celebrate either way. But you're imagining spread too thin. Just pointing it out. Because that's what we nail in the first week of ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. How to notice what you're really imagining. So you can change that. Second thing we do, week 2, is we get rid of loopiness. Because so many people, they are loopy as hell. Week 3, we dive into manifesting methods. That's week 3. That's where most people try to begin. And that's where they struggle. See, I found as a karate guy, if I stretched before I get kicked, it feels good. Anyway. That's ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. And for the... what else can we tell you? Sharers. Sharing is caring. We love that you share the show. We love that you share your lives with us. Because that's what it's all about. Can you hear my enthusiasm? Boom. See ya.